if direct pressure has not worked, or it is obvious it will not work, then we need to consider a pressure dressing. A pressure dressing is not commonly found in the first aid kit, and an effective pressure dressing will apply pressure of about 80 millimeters of mercury, which is sufficient to stop venous bleed and slow down arterial bleeding. The pad is designed to absorb the blood. Pressure dressings then. Pressure dressings come in a sealed format. If I'm opening a pressure dressing, I can only open it where the arrows indicate. I can't open it from the side there. It's just not going to happen. So these pressure dressings, they come in this sealed format and they've had the air taken out. You'll find with a pressure dressing, it doesn't normally have an expiry date on it because of it being in that sealed format. So that's how my pressure dressing will come. This is my training pressure dressing. It's exactly the same pad except for that this one has been opened up. Okay, so I've got my casualty with my bleed injury. I've gone through all my normal questions. Okay, I'm just going to use the pressure dressing. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, hand off, hand on top there. Okay, I'm keeping my thumb inside on there just to keep the pressure on top of the wound. Okay, thank you very much, I got it. And take. Once I swap over, I'm just going to get my finger back in there just to keep that pressure on. Top. And then all I'm doing with that pressure dressing, you should flip that in there. Okay, and I can already see the impact that it's having. It's not going to stop arterial, so I can still get a pulse there. It's important that I don't preclude all circulation there. It's not a tourniquet, it's just a pressure dressing. As we said previously, this is applying 80 pounds of mercury pressure. Pressure dressings. Hemostatic dressings need to be used on a compressible part of the body, so this excludes chest and abdominal areas. As we already said, they come with either a gauze pad, granules, or with an applicator. Okay, hemostatic dressings. Hemostatic dressings come in a number of forms. So we've got granules. So I'll just open that, pour that into the wound injury. Got some gauze, or I could also have it through an adapter. We're going to use the gauze for this demonstration. So I'm supposing top wound injury I've got here is my wound injury. Looks like something like a velocity wound injury. So first thing I need to do is I need to get some pressure onto that wound. So I'm going to do that using my finger. And what I'm going to do is get my finger into the wound injury. And we need to apply that against the blood vessel that's been damaged and stop the bleeding. Having stopped the bleeding with some pressure, I need to get rid of any excess blood that I've got there within the wound injury. So I'm going to use a normal medium dressing for this. All I'm going to do with that medium dressing is just get it in and just get rid of any excess blood that I can. I'm then going to use my hemostatic dressing. So I'm going to use the gauze one in this format. So this is my training one. And what I'm going to do with this gauze is I'm just going to get that into the wound injury against the blood vessel, and I'm just going to get that and apply the pressure. I'm going to get in as much of that gauze as I possibly can. Once I've got sufficient in to build it up, I'm going to get some pressure. I'm going to use the wrapping to do that. I'm going to apply 5 minutes worth of pressure. Once I've got that, I'm going to get a pressure dressing. And what I'm going to do with this pressure dressing is bring that pressure dressing to apply against the wound injury. I'm wrapping it around the packaging so that everybody knows that I've used the pressure dressing. And the way that this pressure dressing works is I just go in and then I pull back and vice versa, and that's going to work the pressure onto that wound injury. Hemostatic, it stays in there, it's only removed in the theatre, in the hospital. Okay, so we'll just get that in and make sure I write down the time that I've applied that. Okay, hemostatic dressings. A tourniquet is a band that is tightened around a limb to stop the flow of the blood. It could be a made tourniquet, or in certain cases you may need to improvise. It is only used for life-threatening bleeding. You need to ensure that it's applied against the skin and 2 inches above any catastrophic bleed. Okay, tourniquets. Gone through our stepwise approach. Direct pressure. Direct pressure can stop the majority of our bleeding. So we're supposing that direct pressure hasn't worked. Following on from direct pressure, we're on to pressure dressings. And again, none in our first aid kits, generally speaking, unless the risk assessment supposes that it needs to be. But pressure dressings, getting £80 worth of pressure, mercury pressure. Hemostatic dressings, again, trying to get that into it. The wound injury. Final one, tourniquets. So this is our final thing that we can do. Okay, so tourniquets, extreme, catastrophic bleeding. This casualty is about to die. So a tourniquet. So I'm just going to suppose that I've got the injury on the limb here, and it's to the lower part. Okay, so tourniquet needs to come up the limb. Easiest way probably is against a single bone. Okay, so let's just go with single bone. That's going to be the easiest way. Okay, so we want to get that in there. And one thing that we're going to have to say to the casualty is this is going to hurt. All right. Okay, so I've got that in there, and now all I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep turning that. And I'm going to keep turning that until I can get no more, and I'm going to apply it. Going to need to write on the casualty's forehead, probably the best place, the time that I've applied that tourniquet. Once the tourniquet is on, it stays on. I'm not going to remove that. I'm going to tell everybody that there's a tourniquet there and it's not to be removed. Okay, tourniquet, catastrophic bleed. They're about to die.